Mercedes B, aka the FX Inspirer, back with another video. So today I'm gonna go over a few pairs that I'm looking for. On the last video, I broke down GU, AU, EU, went over ICHF. In this video, I'm gonna go over gold, US 30, and a few more USD crosses. What I'm looking for over this next month or so, and how I plan on getting in. And you know what I'm saying? In this video, I'm also going to do actual markdowns live so that y'all kind of see what I do, like my process of marking up my charts and the patience that it takes to really let these things play out. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we're gonna start with US 30. If I can get my skate right. Yo, what it do? It's your girl Sadie's B, aka the FX Inspirer, back with another video. And today I'm going over a few more pairs that I'm looking for. If y'all remember, in my last video, I broke down AU, GU, EU, went over ICHF. And in this video, a few assets that I'm going over is gold, US 30, and a few more USD crosses, right? I'm gonna go through the process of breaking down from my higher time frame down into my entry time frame, just so y'all can kind of get a feel of what I do when I'm looking for certain setups and the patience that it really takes to let these things play out. Now, without further ado, let's get into these charts. So we're gonna start with US 30, right? I already got US 30 marked up. So if we look at this right now, we are on the monthly time frame. So pretty much what I saw is price was pretty much putting in lower highs, right? So that to me is showing that this market is pretty much bearish, right? So when I look at February's closure, we had a strong bearish engulfing closure on the monthly time frame. So that is very, very important. So what I am looking for is for this market to obviously continue to the downside. Now, I already kind of pretty much set up where I would be looking to get in if this plays out, right? I want to see price come under this monthly low. So that might take a week or two. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? If we go down to the weekly time frame, you'll be able to see just a little clearer. We have this double top formation, right? I'll draw it out for y'all real quick. We got this double top, boom, boom, boom. I would like to see it come under just a little bit, come back retest, and then I would be looking to take it to match the lows back in September, right? So pretty little patient play. If I can get a pull back up into this green zone and a nice closure on the daily time frame, I will potentially take the trade up here. If not, this is my main target of entry right here, just being a little more on the patience side, right? So if we go to gold, and I go back to, if I can get this out the way real quick. Okay. If I go down to the monthly time frame, we'll see that we have been trying to break these highs since back in July of 2020, right? And we have not been able to succeed in that. So every time gold came back up to this level, we were met with a big rally from the sellers. So the sellers has really been holding this 2000 area pretty well. So when I look at February's closure, we also have another bullish engulfing, or what I like to call a tweezer top formation, right? And so either way you look at it, both bearish signals. So I drew out this green zone right here because I'm going to be patient. I do not want to take any trades on top of this green zone. I need to see price break under this zone and then come back retest to let me know that it is going to hold. And then I will be looking to short down to 17 or 16.25, right? If we go to the weekly time frame, we will see we kind of had like this little mini trend line right here. And all I'm waiting on, as you can see with this arrow right here, is a clean break enclosure, like an actual candle closure. If I zoom in, you see we have not really had a strong closure under this level. So I'm looking for some type of closure under this level, going back up to the level, and then I will look to get in. So a little something like this, boom, come back, and then that's where I would like to get short right there when I start to see the continuation of this downwards movement, right? So if I go back to the monthly real quick and go to ICAD, this is one that I'm just kind of keeping my eye on. It's not really like as amusing to me as like all of the other pairs like GU, AU, EU, Gold, and US 30. But it is one that I will share with y'all in case it is something that y'all like to trade, or if you're interested in just keeping up with the chart, right? Which is pretty much probably what I'll do with this one. Some of them I will just mark up and I will just like watch them play out. It just helps me with practicing and getting better at seeing these things, right? So looking at ICAD, I'm sorry. Looking at ICAD, we had a strong area of support and resistance, right? If we drag this over, we had support, came down, came above, support, came under, resistance, and now we back at that area, giving resistance again. And if we look left, this same exact move right here, this blue candle, bearish engulfing, is the same exact thing that happened back in April of 2022, right? Bullish candle, bearish engulfing, and then we went down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 months, about half the year we sold, right? And so if I'm seeing this exact same move right here, I can pretty much expect it to match that, right? But if not, at least down to this 9 flat, right, is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna delete all this real quick. As you can see, I got my alert set, looking for that retest. If we go down to the weekly time frame, I see a head and shoulders pattern forming potentially, right? If we look, we got the left shoulder, the head, and potential right shoulder. That's why I got my alert set here. If we can come back up to this area, I will be looking to take it down to 9 flat or either down to 86 flat, depending on how market structure continues to play out once the trade has been triggered. Now, let's just say that price comes back up here, which is about, let me see, about a good 133 pips. Say price comes up here and maybe I'm busy or I'm not, on my charts or really focused on this pair at the moment. That is okay. It's always another opportunity to get in. So if I was to miss this potential entry here, I would just wait on what I've like talked about in previous videos. I would wait on the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern to be broken. And then I would let it come back and retest, and then I will take the short, right? If I draw that out for y'all again, remember when you have a head and shoulders pattern, it is a little, some people call it a little more risk to take the actual right shoulder. It's really just depending on you and what you think is best for you and your trading, right? So if you were to miss the right shoulder, you have another opportunity if price comes back and retests what is called the neckline, right? So if we come back to the neckline, this is where you would get short. Stop loss would be above here. And then, your entry will surpass the previous lows because you're looking for price to continue to go lower, right? So let's delete this. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting on there. It's a really clean setup. So who knows? I might actually take this trade. You know what I'm saying? We just got to see how my other ones play out because I don't want to have too much risk on my account at one time. So I think that's all on this list. Yes, sir. So we already went over GU and NZD, USD, Euro, USD and IUSD. So let's move on to some of the other USD crosses. I just want to mark them up with y'all. Obviously, I'm not going to get into all of these trades, but I did just want to look over them with y'all, right? So what's this? We got NZD CHF. So this is one that I'm definitely just trading, like keeping my eye on just for practice. But what I did see with this right here, we broke this strong level of support, right? We had support over here, came up, turned it into support, came down, it was a little support there, broke under resistance, right? And now February's candle was a bullish engulfing candle, right? So as you can see again, I have the entry under the monthly candle. If we can get under there, then more than likely this market will continue to the downside. Got about 136 pips stop loss and looking to gain about 272 for 2 times my risk. Like I said, now this one for sure I am not getting into. I'm just watching for practice reasons. And if we go down to the weekly time frame, we can see that we had my favorite, formation, which is double tops and the double bottoms. We had the double top. We are pretty much retesting the neckline now. And so if we can break back under that, that will be the perfect opportunity to take these shorts. So we really, really have a lot of good setups happening in the market right now. So I'm very excited about March. So let's see what happens, right? So this is what I see. Let's delete all of this. Boom. So I will definitely be just watching this and I will keep y'all updated, you know what I'm saying? And now actually looking at it from a weekly time frame, you would want to have your stops above there. Probably go for like a 1.5, just because this is a higher time frame setup, right? That would probably be the safer thing to do, unless, you know what I'm saying, you get your entry around here down like the daily time frame, maybe come Sunday or Monday, it'll give you a better entry and then you'll be able to move the stop back down to these areas over here, right? But neither here nor there, let's just keep moving on. So let's go over the main pairs first, or the major pairs first. All right. So we got USD CHF. So let's mark this one up together. So we go down, we go to our monthly time frame, right? Kind of zoom out. Let's just kind of see what's going on, right? I see that we are currently at this strong area of what? Support, right? Make this purple. We have this strong level of support. I see we had a bullish engulfing closure, right, in February, which is also another good sign. But what I also see is we kind of had this pattern, and now we are coming up to that neckline. So for me personally, I would draw another zone. I would zoom out just a little bit. I see probably about this area right about here. Maybe go up just a little bit. Boom. I'm gonna make this green because I like to have my stuff color coordinated just because it helps me to remember what is what. And so if we can break above this green zone, right, come back, then I will be looking and expecting USD CHF to reach these highs. First here about one flat. So let me go ahead and do that. So about one flat. And then if we was to break that level, I would look for about 1.03250, right? Boom. So we're talking, if we get the break and retest, we're talking about 589 pips up to 900 pips move. Now, obviously, this is a long-term move, right? Because we are on a monthly time frame. So if we go down to the weekly time frame, we will see that formation that I was talking about, this double top. And as you can see, we are pretty much at the neckline. So I do not want to buy in this area because we have a lot of potential of price reacting right here, right? Because look at all of the reactions in this area in the past. So if we could see price come up, come back down, then I would look to take this trade to the upside, right? But like I said, this is not really one that I'm interested in because GU, AU, and EU actually looks much cleaner than this. So this is just an idea I just wanted to share with everybody, right? So let's go on, and y'all, like, I know that was probably simple and seem fast, but that's pretty much all I do when I'm looking for my trades, right? So we go to USD CAD. Let's see. We look at USD CAD on the monthly. Let's see what we got. All right, so we go to the monthly time frame, and right off rip, I can see this area right here, right? If I pull it down just a tad bit, we can look at it together. Pull this in just a little bit. All right, so we got some support over here, resistance, a little bit of support, resistance, boom, resistance came up, broke, and now it's acting as a level of support. We got this bullish engulfing candle. You know what I'm saying? Everything is pretty much pointing to the upside. So let's go down to our weekly time frame. If I get this trend line tool and I draw from here to here, we can see that we have pretty much broken out of this downward trend line, right? Now, that's pretty much all I would do on those two time frames. Now we get into a little more detail when I get to my daily time frame. So seeing that we broke out of this downward trend line, I would expect price to potentially come back to this level. And remember, I said potentially because it is not guaranteed that price will fall back down here. Let's see, from here to here, it's about 102 pips. There's no guarantee that we will get that big of a fall. But if we do, it would definitely be an area I would look to want to go long, right? Because we'll pretty much be retesting this trend line, retesting this market structure here to have that clean break to the upside. I think that's real simple and straightforward. And if we were to come back down just a little bit, first target would be 37 flat, and the next target I'll be looking for is 139 flat, right? Simple, 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 simple. All right, let's move on. So USD JPY or UJ for short, right? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. All right. So if we zoom all the way out, automatically I see we have surpassed all of this structure on the monthly time frame, right? We have taken out all of these highs and we created a new high, right? Now, with creating this new high came a new what? Higher low. So for me, and February closed as a bullish engulfing candle. So for me, we'll have to go, let's go down. Let's see. Honestly, for me, not really seeing an entry that I would like. The only place that I think that I would like be confident getting into this trade is if we could come back to this level right here. Like this green. And if I'm pausing, it's just because I'm actually marking these up with y'all. Like a lot of these charts I have not even looked at yet. So it's just taking me a little time to analyze. But yeah, if I was to take this trade live, I would need to see it come back. We got a little bit of resistance here, broke above support, came back to support, came back, made its resistance again. Now we have broken out. If we can turn this back into support, I think that would be a good indication to take UJ to the upside, right? But only if we could come back and give me some type of pullback here. Now I am gonna still go down and look at the daily, just to get a little more insight. If we draw this from here to here, we can see that we have broken out of this, came back, retested, and now we just been pretty much moving to the upside. But I would definitely like to see this drop just a little more. That's a pretty big drop, right? That's about 500 pips. So I don't know. If not there, then getting above here, because we got, if I zoom in for y'all real quick. We got resistance, 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 boom, support, resistance. Now, if we could, because this would probably be just a little more reasonable, trying to get above this level over going down 500 pips. So a good break and close above this level right here would be, a good indication that we could reach the highs and pretty much surpass the highs, right? Or, we could fall from this area. You just have to wait and see. That is a good 1,300 pip move, right? Beautiful. And I think that's all I got for y'all today. Well, we can look at this one. I actually trade this one from time to time. The Singapore dollar. This will be the last one I'll share with y'all, and then I'm gonna let y'all get on with y'all beautiful day. All right, so if we look at this on a monthly time frame, we are at a nice area of what support and resistance. Y'all, I literally do the same shit over and over, and it probably seems like every video of mine is the same, and that's because it pretty much is. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get it, like it's no reason to change up how you look at your charts because that just keeps you confused. Now, if you find one way, just stick with that one way. So once again, resistance, resistance, boom, support, support, support. Came all the way up, matched these highs, and what did we do? We came back to the same exact support. And how did February close? Bullish engulfing candle. Simple. Now we go down to the weekly time frame. You actually could have caught a nice trade back at the end of January. Like you had this nice bullish engulfing, shot straight up for 3 weeks straight, right? So let me see. As far as entry, like I said, y'all, I'm trying to process. Staying above this level right here. Let me see, green. Staying above this level right here would be indication that we will potentially continue to the upside, right? Because we got, if I was to pull this all the way over, we got a nice area of support, support, boom, resistance, support, 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 came back, support, resistance, right? Cool. So if we can stay above this level right here, nice entry to the long side. And that is pretty much all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, learned something. I hope that this was, pretty straightforward because I feel like I'm a pretty straightforward trader. Definitely got a divine edge in this market. Been grinding, working super, super hard. and I want the same for y'all. So just keep y'all head on straight. You know what I'm saying? Practice every single day. Do not give up, no matter what happens. Keep going. It will pay off for y'all, I promise. So y'all have a great day. All blessings be to everybody around me. And I thank y'all for tuning in with me. Peace. Until next time.